Hey, this is Brian Jenkins with RunSignup. I'm the Chief Revenue Officer, and I have a special guest with me.
I'm Lainey Jenkins.
So Lainey is my daughter, and she has been working on a website. What's the name of your website, Lainey?
MissGratos.com.
So the reason we are here today is that we have a new website builder. We call it Website V2, which is similar to our email V2 product. So the idea is that websites need to iterate and get better, and our new V2 product allows us to do that. And so what we're hoping to do today is encourage some of our existing customers who might be a little scared or hesitant about using Website V2, that it's pretty easy to use. And my daughter has been pretty successful at making her page called Miss Gratos.
Yeah. So one of the things how I came up with the idea is like I was on my tablet and you don't like me being on my tablet that long. So you say, hey, why don't we make a website? I'm like, okay. And if you know Harry Potter has house system. And well, my school has that. And one of the houses is called Gratos. So I just said, why don't you just add Miss in front of it? And there we go. That's how I got the name. My homepage has like a lot of videos or songs that I liked. And one of the ones that I love is the Hey Macarena from YouTube. A lot of people like to dance to it, like once they hear the music and the rhythm.
And you have lots of activities.
Yeah.
You are quite busy. Which is your favorite activities page?
I probably would say swimming.
Swimming? Okay.
Yeah.
So looking at your swimming page here, looks like you've got several pictures here.
Yeah.
Did you upload these pictures? Wow.
Of course, I learned from you.
So on the page we're on, this is how we start the process of designing your webpage. So you spent time here.
Yeah.
So we're going to click on design your website. And then here is your homepage. So we can then see we've got zombie here.
Yeah.
So how do you add a YouTube video?
So you go to the place where you were just at,
Mm-hmm.
and then go on YouTube, find it, save it, and then put it on there.
Mm-hmm. So we could add a section in here, single column, call it. This would be great on your website, I think.
Oh my God.
Then we can plug in YouTube,
Get the song and save it.
and then we're done.
Now we better delete that so nobody sees it.
So which of the activities pages do you want to edit? Do you want to edit the swimming page or?
Yeah, let's do the swimming page.
Okay. So now we're on the swimming page. And let's say you wanted to add more information. So we could click here and add a new component. And then from here, we could select, someone could reach out to you and contact you. We could add a text box. We could add a button, an image, text, and button, our YouTube video, a YouTube playlist. We could add a variety of things here. Is there anything in particular you would like to add?
Probably text because I need more
Okay.
sentences because I only have like 2.
Okay.
They're boring.
So when we can go in here and we can talk about recently competed in a swim meet, completing 4 events,
That are
freestyle, backstroke,
butterfly, and freestyle relay.
Okay. So now that we've got that, and then we're going to hit save. And now it's saved. So now you got a new sentence on there.
Could we add it to the one I already started with?
Okay. Sure. So we're going to copy this. Okay.
And then paste it.
Mm-hmm.
We had to do that a lot during school when we had to do a lot of typing.
Yeah. So then paste that in here. We'll hit save. And then, since that would be duplicated,
Yeah.
we're going to remove this new section since we added that section to the existing one.
Okay.
And again, we're going to hit save. Make sure it's there.
Yep. Because you don't want it to lose it after like
No.
after we have thought about it.
Now, one of the other things that you can do in your page is customize your home page better.
Yeah.
So on here, we have our current banner, but we also have what we call stock banners. So these are banners that anyone can use.
Mm-hmm.
But if you wanted to, you could upload a new banner, and we could use ChatGPT to make a new banner if you wanted. You hear the train?
Yeah, it's so loud.
It's super close.
Do you hear a lot when you're working?
Mm-hmm. So some of the other things that we can update on your page would be individual page banners. So if we wanted a special image at the top of each one of your pages, we could change your logo. We could update your social media links. which you don't have any, color scheme, or your website footer. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a new item to your navigation. So we're going to click the plus symbol here. We're going to click add new page. We're going to give the page a name, places I have visited. Apply settings. Now we can see that it's in the navigation, but it's not under our activities. Would you like this to be a separate navigation, or would you like it to be under activities?
Activities.
Okay. We're then going to click the drop down. We're going to click settings, and then we're going to add it to activities. And we're going to hit apply settings and then save. So now if we exit it and we view our website, we're going to see under activities, there is places I've visited.
We should add like some.
Yeah, we can add some stuff to there.
Yeah.
So we'll go back in to the dashboard. We're going to design your website. Then we can see places I have visited. And now we can add a column, and we could put like places. And then we can add a component and add text. And so places that you've been, we would say Philadelphia, Morristown, New Jersey. You've been to Boone, North Carolina.
Yeah. What about Todd?
Todd. Where else have you been? You've been to Roanoke.
Myrtle Beach.
Okay, so this is a good start to a list. And then within this section, we could add photos. And then we could go in here and add our photo section. So now we would be able to add a slideshow of the places that maybe you visited up here.
Yep. So like if you forget them, you can still see them.
And to show an example, we're going to click on Daisy here, one of your other pages, which has a slideshow, and it has pictures of our dog.
Yeah.
So now we're going to start adding background images to kind of make our page look a little bit more
Pleasant?
differentiated. Yeah, pleasant. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the gear icon. So if we click on the gear icon, it now gives us a bunch of options in here. So we could change the section URL. We could decide when we want it to publish. Like we can also hide the section if we're not ready to show it to people. There's a bunch of different options in here, including one of our favorites, which is rounded edges. A number of our team members really like the rounded edges versus the kind of sharp edges when we make like a rectangle, it has sharp edges.
Oh, yeah.
So this makes it nice and smooth. So but the one thing that we need to do is we need to select an image. So we're going to click add an image.
So you want a background one.
Then we're going to click on system images. So the nice thing about system images is, let's say I don't have a great image right this second because I'm working on a website that's new or an event that's new. You can go through these various options here and pick through them. So like we could look at the fall harvest. We could look at all these different options. These are images that we're sharing with our customers for free. Now, the one that I found that was kind of interesting for this particular one is under miscellaneous, because we're talking about places that you visited, and this looks like a map. So now that we've added this, the photo section has a background of a map. And then we could go in and add our slideshow. So now if we're looking at your website, we can see we've added a new page called Places I Have Visited. And when we click on it, we can then see the text that you added: Philadelphia, Morristown, Boone, Todd, Roanoke, Myrtle Beach. And then we also can see this photo section with the nice rounded edges. That's called photos. And all we'd have to do then is add our slideshow of photos, and that would automatically show up on this page. Now, the one other thing that we haven't talked about that you may want to do is your color scheme. So if we look at the color scheme here, we've got kind of the Grotto's green colors. So there's a couple things you could do here. So we could pick, these are our ready-made color schemes that we offer. So you could just pick this and it'll automatically do it. Or if you have an idea of like a color scheme that you wanted to go with, you can go in and add your own color scheme. Or you could take our existing color scheme, and you can see how it's called grass, and slightly modify it. So we could use this color picker here and go to a little bit different green and update that.
Slightly lighter or brighter.
So each one of these would be just slight tweaks off of our existing grass color scheme. Or if you wanted to go drastically different, we could pick this. Now the neat thing too is that you can preview it ahead of time before you decide that you want to save that.
Okay.
Lainey, thank you so much for coming in and showing us your website. It looks really good, and I'm hoping more of our customers will be interested in using Website V2 and using it just like you did to explore and learn more as we kind of continue to develop Website V2 and all the great features that come with it.
I have one last question.
Okay.
So even though you don't work for RunSignup, are you still able to go and get a website?
Yes. So anyone can get a website with RunSignup. The particular website that we're looking at here is called an organization website. So this isn't directly tied to an event. An organization website would be, say I put on 10 races and it's called Brian Fun Races. So I could create an organization website called Brian Fun Races and have a website I could point people to learn more about my organization and all of my races. The only thing that we require is that you have to have a payment account with us. We don't charge you anything for using this website. It's just to make sure we know who we're doing business with and that we know how to get in contact with you. That's it.
Okay.
Thank you for being here, Lainey.
You're welcome. I want to do it again. It was fun. Think about making another one.